first and foremost, it Black Myth Wukong isn't the only developer, content creator, art enjoyer that lost this past week. I also lost my own personal battle. I must admit. First, it was the Streamer Awards, put together by my podcast co-host and personal best friend, Cutie Cinderella. I lost Just Chatting, Streamer of the Year, to Kai Cenat. And that's all right. I was sad. I was devastated. I was positively perturbed. But I knew that there was another award show out there. There was another award that perhaps I thought I could win. That award was by StopAntisemitism.org. And you know it's a valid institution and not run by like one schizophrenic Long Island lady, because it has .org in the end of it. It's an organization. I worked long and hard over the course of this past year to win Antisemite of the Year. I was up against some incredible contenders, like people who deny the Holocaust and stuff, you know, like actual anti-Semites. What have I done in that time frame? Of course, fought against anti-Semitism while simultaneously speaking truthfully about the ways in which Israel was conducting a genocide. And of course, that is the biggest no-no of all. And this past week, StopAntisemitism.org revealed that there were three finalist contenders. I was one of them. Candice Owens was another. And the last was Greta Thunberg. And I thought to myself, I can win this. Too big to rig, I thought. But it turns out, in spite of my best attempts, I lost. That's right. 2024 Anti-Semite of the Year is Candice Owens. I thought 2024 would be a big year for Stop Anti-Semitism, where they would finally break the trend of choosing a person of color. Year over year, StopAntisemitism.org has chosen people who aren't exactly anti-Semitic at all, but simply anti-Israel. Women of color from all different backgrounds, most of them not white, most of them women. The first time that StopAntisemitism.org actually chose a real anti-Semite was last year. Still a black man nonetheless, but an actual anti-Semite. So I thought maybe things will change. Maybe they will actually also go for a white man. Turns out I was wrong. Turns out we could not buck the trend. And Candice Owens won. So I say, stop the steal. We will win it next year. Yes, I'm not wrong. They have literally never chosen a person that is not a person of color. In 2019, they chose Anti-Semite of the Year Ilhan Omar, who as you guys know, is not an anti-Semite, but anti-Israel. In 2020, they chose Nurdin Kaswani, who, once again, not an anti-Semite, simply pro-Palestinian. In 2021, we got very close, very, very close to choosing an anti-Semite of the year that was a white man, Ben or Jerry. But instead, StopAntisemitism.org put the crosshairs not on these two white Jewish men who were responsible for their boycott on the West Bank, the occupation, and instead chose a brown woman that is on the board of Ben and Jerry's. That's right. They literally were like, we can't choose Ben and Jerry because they're both Jewish and it would probably look bad. So let's just go with the brown woman on the chair of the board of directors of Ben and Jerry. Also not an anti-Semite, simply anti-Israel. And in 2022, that was the first year where they chose an anti-Semitic man, Kanye West. Still a black man, still a person of color, so they stayed true to that vision. But 2022 was a big year for them because it was the first year where they actually chose someone who was saying a whole bunch of anti-Semitic shit. Make no mistake, Kanye West, mentally ill, but also definitely anti-Semitic. But things did not change, and they went back to their old vision. In 2023, they chose friend of the show, Rashida Tlaib, as anti-Semite of the year. Rashida Tlaib is not an anti-Semite. She actively fights back against anti-Semitism, but she also happens to be a Palestinian woman who also happens to be, understandably, anti-Israel. So when I got up to the top three, destroying the likes of Bassem Youssef, Dan Bilzerian, Jake Shields, and many others, when I saw my name up there with Greta Thunberg and Candice Owens, I thought to myself, I have a real shot at winning this goddamn thing. Okay? But unfortunately, Candice Owens did win. So this is the second year where they have accidentally arrived at someone who is actually anti-Semitic. But make no mistake. Make no mistake. We will win this one of these days.
If Hitler just...
Wait, they said the political commentator unmasked their dormant anti-Semitic beliefs in 2024, leading to an easy victory. Unmasked her dormant anti-Semitic beliefs. She got hired by the Daily Wire after she said Hitler just wanted to make Germany great. It was never dormant. Everybody knew what was up. Everybody knew that she was an out and about anti-Semite. She actually played a role in the radicalization of this man right here in 2022. It was never dormant. The only thing she did on top of her anti-Semitism that was rampant, okay, was that she actively was anti-Israel. That was the no-no. Okay? It wasn't just that she was anti-Semitic. Nobody had an issue with how anti-Semitic she was. The Daily Wire certainly did not have an issue with how anti-Semitic she was.
If Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine.
Yeah, Owens started raising eyebrows in 2019 when she seemingly defended Hitler's actions in Germany, citing nationalism. Raising eyebrows? That's the maximum amount of anti-Semitism you can do. Like, I can't comprehend how insane you have to be like, ooh, she started raising eyebrows when she defended Hitler. It's like, no, that's it. That is the maximum amount of anti-Semitism. You've maxed out. You have maxed out on anti-Semitism. There is no cap beyond that. Okay? Hitler is the historically the number one anti-Semite. Okay? That's it. And when you defend him, you are defending the number one anti-Semite. You have maxed out on your anti-Semitism. It's not an eyebrow-raising moment unless you are waiting for the more nefarious, secret suspicion that she might be, trigger warning, chat, I'm sorry I'm about to say this, she might be anti-Israel, which is truly terrifying. How does she not raise the eyebrows of Ben Shabibo? You want to know why? Because Ben Shapiro doesn't give a fuck about anti-Semitism. As long as someone is pro-Israel, Ben Shapiro does not care. And that is not a suspicion of mine. I'm not speculating. He has literally tweeted it out before when defending Ann Coulter. Ann Coulter had said some, heinous shit about Jews, okay? Famously. And Ben Shapiro tweeted out the words, I don't care about Ann Coulter's anti-Semitism because she's pro-Israel. This is a tweet that's still out there, by the way. This is not like hidden. Ann Coulter's tweets regarding Jews, awful, nonsensical. At Ann Coulter is also super pro-Israel and always has been. So I won't lose sleep. Make no mistake. Ben Shapiro has never given a single fuck about like anti-Semitism unless he can use it as a weapon to wield against those who criticize the state of Israel. Okay? There it is. Tweet's still up.
Problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany.
They experimented on twins. I mean, some of the stories, by the way, sound completely absurd. I mean, like the idea that they just like cut a human up and then sewed them back together. That just sounds like bizarre propaganda.
A fierce defender of Kanye West, Owens dismissed the notion that West's 2022 tweets threatening the Jewish community were anti-Semitic. Dude, she is literally responsible. Like Kanye West is a whole ass adult. And he's, cultivated a group of sycophants around him and whatnot. And he definitely was mentally at his weakest point when someone like Candice Owens came in. But like, she is the most responsible figure for his radicalization. That's like not even I've been in this game for a very long time. Okay. I know how all of this happened because I was there. I was covering it actively.
If you are an honest person, you did not think this tweet was anti-Semitic. You did not think that he wrote this tweet because he hates or wants to genocide Jewish people. It's like you cannot even say.
Come on, man. He says he's going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. That's a crazy thing to say. Like what? Again, it's almost as maximum anti-Semitism as defending Adolf Hitler, which is something both Candice Owens and Kanye West has done. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Are you shadow banned on Instagram? I just created a new account to move from TikTok before a ban and I can't find it any other way via a direct link. Yes, I am. When you type my name, if you don't type my full name, you will literally find HasanAbi fan accounts on Instagram before you arrive at my account. Yeah, it's true. I've been shadow banned on Instagram for years. And it's not because I show too much meat, chatters. It's because I'm you know why I'm shadow banned on fucking Instagram. Come on.
The word Jewish.
The reason why I'm shadow banned on Instagram is the same reason why I'm on Stop Anti-Semitism's like award finalist for Anti-Semite of the Year. It's because I'm anti-Israel, okay? That's it.
Without people getting upset.
Every person who speaks about Israel has to basically say a statement that's like, you know, I don't want to get killed. We don't have that about any other country in the world except for the one that, you know, took over ours. And that's the truth, okay? We are an occupied nation.
Just like within all communities, there are gangs, right?
It's so crazy because like there are so many more overtly anti-Semitic things that Candice Owens has said throughout her entire career that you could point to. And then you still have to tie it back to like shit that she's saying, even if she's saying it in an anti-Semitic fashion, to criticisms of Israel. This is what is known as an own goal. Okay? You're dunking on yourself because the reality of the matter is, I know she's anti-Semitic. Okay? I know she's anti-Semitic. I'm pretty fucking tuned into what anti-Semitic dog whistles look like. And also, Candice Owens has gone way past the point of dog whistles in general. But when you say she's anti-Semitic because she's anti-Israel, you literally end up offering validity to anti-Semitism. Okay? Most people look at the situation and go, this is crazy. What the fuck is going on? Why can't we say shit about Israel? There are plenty of opportunities where you could turn around and point to Candice Owens being overtly anti-Semitic on its own, you know? Like saying that Mengele's experiments were fake or something. Like, that's it. That's super anti-Semitic. Saying that Adolf Hitler just wanted to make Germany great. That's anti-Semitic as fuck. Okay? But you still chose to point to, like, shit that she was saying about Israel. It hurts your cause, is what I'm saying.
Conform, we understand this. What if that is what is happening right now in Hollywood? If there is just a very small ring of specific people who are using the fact that they are Jewish to shield themselves from any criticism?
Mazel tov, Candice. Yeah. Nice. What would your montage video have looked like if you won? Come on, dude. It's the one that like Diddy G was sending all over to every fucking news outlet that would listen. The one that Fox News digital team bid on and actually posted. It would be that 100%. Anyway, seems to me like Stop Anti-Semitism was so horny to give this award to another person of color that I was robbed, and someone who's actually anti-Semitic and anti-Israel won on accident. It's not fun looking at you play a video. What? I think a lot of people would disagree with you. Don't admit it, even if you're joking, bro. Don't admit what? You losing proves that Diddy G has no motion. I know. Yeah, this is. What is this? Do you see the Dan Bilzerian on Raw Talk with Bradley Martin? He was spitting some hard facts. The USA is occupied. What? Did you see the USS Liberty Vet thing? Yeah, Don Goku TV. I'm going to stop you real quick. Okay? Name one white anti-Semitic on YouTube that is trending or well known. I haven't seen any except Candice Owens. What? Are you insane? Dan Bilzerian is another fucking prominent leader in the anti-Semitic movement. But also, it's not even, it's not, like, there are so many anti-Semitic people who are fucking pro-Israel. What are you talking about? Hella white people. One of the most famous televangelists in the country that literally speaks at pro-Israel rallies. His name is Pastor John Hagee. Okay, you were called out on TikTok. What? No, I'm not going to look at that. Thought I got married on Friday 9 months early so we can get my wife health insurance. Genuinely scared about the Republicans repealing the ACA. Doesn't this tweet make it look like you're upset about Candice winning the award? It feels like you are defending her. No, I am upset about Candice winning the award. I should have won it. It was mine to win. You know? With the exception of Kanye West, I would have been up there with some goats. You know what I mean? They had a pretty solid run. They had a pretty solid run of just like simply posting people that are not anti-Semitic, but simply anti-Israel. You know, I'd be up there with the goats. I wrote my acceptance speech 2 years ago. But there's always next season, you know? This segment is a Clip Chimp gold mine. Yeah, I don't give a shit. So, the Dan Bilzerian thing, dude, you put that joke out there and the ADL will have a field day calling you anti-Semitic 1,000 times worse than currently. Chatter, I'm going to keep it $1.50 with you. I'm going to be very honest with you. No one cares. Okay? It doesn't. No one cares. This is not. I think you're mistaken when you think that this has any sort of real motion, especially considering that the past year has been a lot of these institutions on high alert trying to fucking get me clapped off this platform. Brad's exact response to Dan denying the Holocaust was, yeah, I don't believe in anything the government says after COVID. Got to talk some sense into him. I saw one clip. The other chatter who was talking about like Dan Bilzerian is spitting truths. He's not. Okay. Anyone and everyone. Speaking of like combating actual anti-Semitism, I'll briefly broach the subject matter. Anyone and everyone that thinks that like Israel's existence is related to some like ancient Judaism, that Jews are monolithic in their approach to Israel, is wrong. In the simplest terms, they're just wrong. Okay? That's it. And I think it's gross that while there's an active genocide going on, especially of the Palestinian population, anti-Semitic people who are pro-Zionist and anti-Semitic people who are anti-Zionist do this handshake where they both say the exact same thing on different sides of the spectrum, where on the one hand, you have pro-Israel anti-Semites who are like, no, you don't understand, all Jews love Israel. It's like the most Jewish thing you can do. On the other hand, you have anti-Semites who are like, that's right, all Jews love Israel. It's the most Jewish thing you can do. Everything that Israel's doing is for Judaism. It's gross. But on the simplest terms, it's just incorrect. Okay? That's it. It's not a very complicated thing. The problem is with the likes of Dan Bilzerian getting more play, especially like, you know, going on Bradley Martin and whatnot. Okay? And preaching. Why is it incorrect? Why is what incorrect? The fact that it's all Jews love Israel and care about Israel, or what Israel is doing is representative of Judaism as a whole? No group of individuals operate with one mind. We're human beings, chatter. Are you Christian? If you are, do you agree with all other Christians? Do you think that like America invaded Iraq because of oil, or because they wanted to, you know, because they wanted to do Christianity related shit? Do you believe that your fellow American Christians also agree with the Iraq war and thought it was awesome? And also personally, every single American Christian also personally was like, yeah, we're doing this for Christianity. The reason why I'm asking you this is because a lot of people can understand their own background as unique. Sometimes they can't understand those that come from a different background. They can't comprehend that there is no monolithic understanding. Okay? Israel's existence is based on religion? No, it's not. Religion is simply a tool. And religion was simply a tool used by secular Zionists that wanted to bring other people to the cause. If anything, the religious existence was more so for the Christians than the Jews themselves. This is precisely the reason why there are plenty of Jews, Orthodox Jews, like the Neturei Karta, that actually look to the Torah and say there is no theological justification for Israel's existence yet. Okay? Israel's existence is not on the virtue of any sort of religious predisposition. Theodore Herzl, the godfather of Israel, is an atheist himself. It's for colonial conquest. That's it. It's land grabs. It's domination. It's control. Virtually every single country in the region, virtually every single country in that region, Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, Palestine, in the aftermath of the fall of the Ottoman Empire, all of that land that was controlled by the Ottoman Empire was partitioned deliberately by Western superpowers, whether it be the French colonialists or the English colonialists, that wanted to partition and create these nation states with one goal in mind: domination. They ensured that they cut across different borders and boundaries so that there were plenty of ethnic strife that existed, and they put their guys in positions of power. And in Palestine, they use that as a dumping ground for their settler colonial operation. That's it. And those issues still remain to this day. Okay? For Syria, it was the Alawites. For Jordan, it was directly a British monarch, a British-backed monarch that controls Jordan. It is not an accident that many of these countries were controlled by oftentimes Western-backed ethnic minorities. Some of them still do. Okay? That's it. The goal was to have permanent destabilization, which makes it easier to control. Okay? Permanent destabilization, which makes these countries easier to control. And also, that way, you can pick apart their natural resources with ease. As long as there is consistent ethnic and religious strife, then imperialism can continue. Then colonialism can continue. Okay? That's it.